Todd did have his way of swerving. He had his, Todd was always
You're opportunist.
I didn't stop liking you. I stopped respecting you.
Says, how's your mother and Todd getting along? Not great.
On the show. This is you, Kandi. I laugh to keep from crying.
Okay.
You said he's out of town.
Threesomes never work. That's not true. I done had a threesome and it worked just fine.
I'm T to tell y'all about this whole situation. Who watched the movie The Past?
Sexual tease that's like, ooh, spice. Wait, who is that and why is
The world of the Real Housewives of Atlanta has some rather stunning news. After 11 years of marriage, Kandi Burruss, a reality celebrity, singer, songwriter, and businesswoman, is divorcing Todd Tucker. Although hearing this was disappointing, it wasn't shocking. Unfortunately, I believe that many of these marriages depicted on reality programs failed to endure the reality show curse, and I believe this is the case in this instance. I now believe that Kandi and Todd's divorce may have been caused by further circumstances. Todd and Kandi first connected on the Real Housewives of Atlanta set. Todd served as the show's line producer, while Kandi was a cast member. Additionally, Kandi and Todd became close after visiting South Africa. However, since it was unprofessional for a producer to have a relationship with a cast member, they had to keep their connection under wraps. In the end, Todd quit his career in order to be with Kandi. However, many people were suspicious of Todd's intentions, since they thought Todd was attempting to exploit Kandi for a comeback. Since Kandi was already well-known at this point, she already had a lucrative and well-known music career. As a result, Todd's motivations were being questioned. Natalie, a friend of the show, was one individual who was aware of Todd. She went so far as to suggest that Todd was an opportunist.
Todd did have his way of swerving. He had his, Todd was always on the come up, and I'm not mad at that. But all I'm saying is he always found himself in a better situation.
Additionally, Todd's ex-girlfriend Mila said that he was an opportunist. In reality, Todd moved away from Mila to be with Kandi. Additionally, there were purported screenshots of her Facebook post in which she made this statement. All morning, my phone has been ringing about Todd and Kandi. I know. He's been recognized. Millions are hers. Therefore, if I were him, I would shack up with the beat that I claimed was a trick and couldn't sing. Additionally, because he stated that she is merely a trick, perhaps she will purchase him the Rolex and Jag he desires. What really irritates me is that he said horrible things about her, including that she can't sing, that he doesn't enjoy her music, and that although her face is fine, she gained weight. Me, whoa, what the fuck? Someone exclaimed. I mistook this for your boyfriend. He was, according to her, until he encountered a trick. He refers to her as such, at least. Additionally, Mama Joyce, Kandi's mother, claimed that Todd was an opportunist. When it came to her feelings for Todd, she didn't hold back at all.
Though I do feel you're opportunist.
I didn't stop liking you. I stopped respecting you. At first, you just seemed to be a working guy, and then after you got with Kandi, it's just like the work stopped.
If I could have replaced Todd, I probably would have picked anyone that had a decent job.
And listen. Production-wise, we're freelancers, so I had a lot of money saved. I'm not here to get anything from Kandi. I'm not here to get her money. I'm here for her.
Todd and Mama Joyce had an extremely difficult relationship. Additionally, it became an ongoing issue during Kandi and Todd's marriage. There was turbulence even before their marriage. Mama Joyce even got involved with Miss Sharon, Todd's mother, R.I.P. However, it was a mess. It was a complete disaster. And even after Kandi and Todd were married for 10 years and had kids together, Mama Joyce still didn't like Todd and they didn't get along. And I do believe that this contributed to Kandi and Todd's split.
Says, how's your mother and Todd getting along? Not great.
Todd and Kandi also had additional problems. They had problems with a prenuptial agreement, even before they were married. Days before they were married, Kandi gave Todd a prenuptial agreement, which Todd found objectionable. Additionally, I believe that this led to persistent problems in their marriage. They were also really busy. They were always at work. Kandi was filming in one state while Todd was in another. As a result, they began to lose contact, and Kandi began to suspect that there was some kind of adultery.
So I've got some quotes here from the show. This is you, Kandi. I laugh to keep from crying.
Okay.
You said he's out of town. We have sex once a week. I'm just quoting you.
Yeah, that was last year.
Yeah, and the last one, which is what I want to ask you about. It seems like somebody's cheating.
Well, I was thinking that could have possibly been the thing, but that's because, you know, we hadn't been a long distance relationship, and that was like new to me.
Now, I also want to discuss Kandi and Todd's private lives. Okay, so Kandi and Todd were a little scared. It is their business to have threesomes. Their marriage is like that. Unfortunately, however, adding someone else to your partnership might lead to other issues like infidelity.
Burruss 230 said threesomes never work. That's not true. I done had a threesome and it worked just fine. It worked great, actually.
Kandi said that threesomes were successful for her, but take a peek at her current marital situation. So I'm not sure. Was it successful? Not in my opinion. Additionally, there have been allegations circulating that Todd and Kandi had a three-way partner. Additionally, some conjectured that it might have been their friend Fatum Halfred. I'm not sure if it is accurate. I did hear Tasha K hint that there might be more going on there. Kenya Moore even made a mistake and gave some clues. Even Kimmy's World, a user on TikTok, was assembling some parts. Again, though, we are unsure of what is and is not true. We are merely conjecturing.
Child, I got some tea to tell y'all about this whole situation. Who watched the movie The Past? Anyway, let's talk about this. How many of y'all watched that movie The Past? Well, I watched it last night. But that movie is so reminiscent of Kandi and Todd's relationship. Now, y'all know Kandi and Todd made this movie, produced this movie, created this movie called The Past. Really, really interesting movie. Now, let's talk about the situation that Kandi and Todd have going on right now with Fatum Alford. Fatum came in on The Real Housewives of Atlanta with Sheree Whitfield in 2022. She eventually got kicked off of Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's single and she has 2 children. Well, ever since The Real Housewives of Atlanta aired in 2022, she's been pretty much low-key. Come to find out, she has been taking up a lot of time with Kandi and Todd for a really long time. Now, I had to wonder, whose girlfriend is she? Is she Todd's girlfriend? Is she Todd's girlfriend? Or is she Kandi's girlfriend? The more digging that I did, it seems to be that she's Kandi's girlfriend, and I believe, allegedly, that they share her. The whole look has changed. Look at how Fatum is looking up at her like, girl, you blow my mind. Girl, what are these people into? This is not good girlfriend. This is Kandi's girl. They are doing, it's called The Past. Honey, they doing a Lifetime. They sister wives, a child. I don't even know what you call it. Anyway.
This is really disorganized. Again, I have no idea what is genuine or false, but something has been happening. Additionally, there are rumors that Todd has been going on dates with other women. We will therefore need to wait for additional confirmation of what actually transpired. I kind of wish Kandi and Todd were still on Real Housewives of Atlanta so we could have tea together. It's obvious that a lot has changed since she left the program. I don't know any of you then. In any case, please share your thoughts about this video below. If you care, kindly like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. I really appreciate you viewing, and I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.